It is time, my friends, for our guild battle here, Destiny's Flight 14-4, as we take on the Red Velvet Dragon and Avatar Destiny there behind me. Super excited about this, as we always do. We got 2 days left, so we're going to get on it here for you today to help set you up for success and help out your guild, my friends. Thank you to our guild as always. If you're looking for a guild or a guild looking for a player, the Discord server is a great spot. Come check it out. And if you do have some of those questions or comments, you can shoot them, drop them in there. Lots of great players and an amazing community. So thank you. And thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your support. Many ways to do that here as well. So let's get to it. Red Velvet Dragon and Avatar of Destiny, my friends. All right. So a couple things when it comes to this one here today. We do have the Red Velvet Dragon underway. We're already at level 124, so that changes some of the strategies at points in times. The big one being that reflection damage here. You need to make sure that you have a shield over that. We'll talk about that here in a second as you begin to scale upwards and onwards, my friends, right? And then we got the Dragon Breath at that level 200. In terms of the team ideas, a couple things though that I do want to call out here. So for Red Velvet Dragon, we got our poison team right there. You can use matcha. We'll show some of the stuff that we have a little bit differently, or you can use the darkness team. Now, if you do apply here, whatever one you have up, it's going to go over that. And then additionally, if you don't have those cookies, it'll leave it blank, or those treasures. Then additionally, the way that your cookies are set up with the slot 1, that is what's going to show up. So you got to go in there and change things if you're going to do that as well. Now, here's something fun. We do have some new cookies right here. So stay tuned for the Living Abyss as well. And we've been covering this stuff with the latest greatest update because it's pretty fun. All right, now a couple of things. We are going to cover our team right here, which is the poison team. What we've done differently though is instead of using matcha, we do have Rebel Cookie in the front. Rebel's going to help create that additional shield, some of that survivability there up front as well when it comes into particular for this poison team. It's a lot of fun. It does require Shadow Milk. You do need your friends here as well from the Beast Yeast episodes and latest and greatest as well. Okay, there's our treasures as well that we covered. In terms of swaps, you can always be on more crit. You can get some other attack. You can get some defense in there depending on how your team's set up and how you need to survive. You can see we don't have too many promotions. The biggest one's really being Prune Juice and Rebel there for us. Lots of room to grow. Lots for us that we can do better, right? Okay, in terms of our gear though, I'm actually on attack. I'm going to switch this to defense because of that reflection on that dragon to make sure I don't get absolutely crushed out of the gate. Here we're on attack, lots of cooldown in the back. We're on cooldown here because we want to keep those stacks up. We can make a little bit of a better beast kit. Here we're on attack and attack and attack. You could go to cooldown on this one if you wanted to because we got that additional attack, so you could switch shift over there if you wanted. And then last but not least, we are on solid almond here for a little bit more survivability. We got the damage resist and defense here for that survivability. I know a lot of players ask me, why is the dragon blow out this character, yada yada yada, those things. It means generally either they're not set up in terms of, hey, this one needs to be the focus because of XYZ perspective, or it doesn't have that enough survivability to make it through. So this is one way to do it, shifting off to attack over to solid almond, again shifting off attack over to solid almond, those kinds of things, or trying to move those around. Now I do know that investment is a lot, particularly for me as the #1 free-to-play player and any player, right? So you just got to pay attention to how you're building those things, how you're tweaking those things, depending on where you're at. And you can absolutely use different factors because, again, like I said, at level 50, you're definitely going to want to be more on attack versus that solid almond when you hit that level 100. That's why I kind of talk through those things from that perspective. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's run with our team so you can see exactly what's going to happen here with the Red Velvet Dragon, my friends. All right, there we go. So you can see that right out of the gates. Shadow Milk is gone. The first attack's there. We're staying alive. We're getting candy apples on that defense. We also have our Rebel on the defense for that survivability, my friends. There it is. There it is. Whew. And there you have it. Making it through 1.6 billion damage. Oh yeah, that's why some of those tweaks make a big difference. We lose Shadow Milk and we run and run and run with that team. Love it. All right, so that is Red Velvet Dragon there for you. Now it's time for us to move on to Avatar of Destiny. All right, in Avatar of Destiny, kind of same thing here. We got a couple big pieces here when that level 50 to level 100 just makes it 100% damage to knock you out. We're not quite there yet, so we can kind of stay away from that, which is good. Changes some of the way that you can think about getting by and onwards and upwards with this one, and then level 100, level 50, and everything else there. Right. So what does that mean when it doesn't totally knock it out? We don't have to perfect the timing. You want to make sure that the shield's down so that you don't lose your characters, kind of a thing. And here's our team ideas once again. You can run Avatar of Destiny with kind of two flavors right now. We got the Putting on the Mode team, and then we do have the Blackberry speed team kind of away from that perspective. Now I'm going to run with this one right here, the Putting on the Mode team, my friends. A couple things on that. Let's go ahead and break it down a little bit more. So the idea here is you're going to get your bubbles and shields to protect, essentially Putting on the Mode. The timing does matter. You can hold off on the shield. Once the stones are dropped, then you can go at it that way. You can run it auto, but just that little tweak will make a big difference for you, and some of that damage will show that. Again, we're on speed, attack, and crit in that particular space. We got all boosters here, lots of damage focused on these two to really enhance those pieces and rip through this one here with Avatar Destiny, okay? When it comes to our gear, we're on attack. You want to be more focused on attack and crit on this as well. We're on cooldown. We could be much better on our beast kit. Here we're on attack. I moved over to attack because the other one I got damage resist bypass. We're going to stay on attack. Here we're on cooldown, survivability. And then here we're on cooldown. We could move over to a little bit more cooldown versus some of the damage resist bypass if we want to. There we go. You could also be on attack if you wanted to. Just make sure that the timing works with that shield that you're going to need to keep Putting on Mode alive, particularly at that level 100 slot. Okay, my friends, that's going to make that big difference for you. So let's go ahead. We'll run in this thing here so you can see exactly how this is going to work. We can slow it down, and we're going to move off auto. We can bump it up just a little bit. Now, what do you want to do? I like to hit everything onto the gate here right when that comes. Hit 3, and then once we get all these stones dropped, what you're going to do is you're going to drop Putting on Mode right when this comes down, just like that. There we go. And now we're going to go back to auto because the timing was the big sense. There it was right there. Make sure that you have that shield down so that you don't get wiped. We don't have to worry about it too much here because of the fact that we're not at that level 100 right now, right? So again, timing on this is going to be relatively important when it comes to Putting on Mode. Again, if we get those things on, we can drop the auto. If I would have let that go, Putting on Mode would have hit there, and then we wouldn't have had as good of timing. All right, so one thing you can do when you slow it down, we're gonna speed it up here and close this thing in, down, and home. And we did bump it up one more level there for the team, and we're at almost 1 billion there. So again, showcasing you some of that timing, slowing it down a little bit, and when you want to drop some of those things when it comes to your Avatar of Destiny team here, my friends. All right, so those are the two key guild battles there with Red Velvet Dragon, Avatar of Destiny. We broke them all down for you here in Destiny's Flight 14-4. Now you have it, and you can go on and take it down for your guild together, my friends, and get some great rewards. With that, as always, if you still got some questions, comments, do let us know. We love to hear from you. Love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server. Lots of guild players, lots of guilds looking for players. Go check it out if you need something there, and a great spot for questions and help. With that, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your support, as always. Many ways to do that, and thank you so much. I truly do appreciate it. And with that, get out there, close down this guild battle, and we'll see you for the next one, because we got some fun stuff coming up in the next season with Living Abyss. And in the meantime, we'll have those guides available to you here on the channel, so stay tuned. With that, we'll see you again soon. Until next time, my friends, keep on running.